Hi friends, it'll come as no surprise that there is no magic wand that you could wave over yourself and turn yourself instantaneously into an amazing whistle player. Actually, there is no one skill that you could develop that would make you an amazing whistle player. You see, it's a combination of skills that work together that make us the best whistle player we can personally possibly be, or any instrument player for that matter. Now, the whistle itself definitely impacts how well you can play. And that's why I say choose for yourself the best whistle possible with all the factors we've talked about. But that's not part of the conversation today. Today, the conversation is, what are those things you and I can work on that will make us the best whistle player possible? How could I fully engage in playing my instrument? So, I'm going to share a number of areas, a few areas, that if we will focus on each of these, that together we will become the best version of ourselves in playing the whistle. Now, I'll just throw the first one out there right away because it's obvious what we're all thinking. Basic whistle skills. Not just basic whistle skills, but whistle skills from basic to intermediate to advanced. That is a whole area where we need to grow and develop. Things like, can I play all the notes on my whistle? How fluidly can I play the notes on my whistle? How is the tone in all of the notes up and down the whistle? Can I vary the volume? Can I hold notes out? Can I keep my whistle in tune while I'm playing? Am I able to freely play every note I want to, no matter what the demands might be? That whole area, breath control, our basic skills in playing the whistle from entry level all the way up to advanced. We need to grow in that area. Secondly, ornamentation. Ornamentation is key to playing, well, any Irish instrument, but especially the whistle. They are a key way to take a tune and make it feel Irish, but they're also a primary way for you to personalize a tune. It is central to playing for us. So we need to practice all the ornaments we know and have. But we also need to think about, when do I use them? What's the mood that's being displayed and conveyed by that ornament in this instance? And so ornamentation. So we're developing our skills to a higher level, and we're developing our ability to play ornaments and when to play them to a higher level. But ornamentation is not all there is to personalizing a tune. Think about expression now. So we're at skills, ornaments, expression. And I'm taking a whole silo worth of stuff here that we need to begin learning and advance in to really nail expression. I'm thinking about things that help us convey the emotion of a tune through our whistle. Adding pauses, punching a note, sliding gracefully, changing the volume, changing the pressure with which we play, some of the dynamics, the flow, the feel. When do we use specific ornaments? When do we push a note? When do we bounce off a note? When do we feel like we're skipping down the road? All those things that are going to convey They're going to express the emotion of a tune. So we need to learn to grow in our ability to play. We need to grow in our ability to use ornamentation, and we need to grow in our ability to express a tune. Think with me through Spancel Hill, for example. It's a lovely tune. And there are verses where the tune feels like where it feels like happy, reflective nostalgia. And then there are parts of the tune where it starts to feel drawn, reflective, thoughtful, with some emotional pain. Where you're emoting it differently. So we need to grow in that area as well. And then on top of that, we're playing tunes. So you need to learn the tunes themselves. Of course we have to take time to learn the tunes, right? The point here is that you can't apply these other skills to a tune until you know the tune. And so that's why I spend so much time talking about learning to play a tune well. If we don't learn to play the tune well, you can't then focus on playing it freely and emotively with ornaments, because you're spending too much time in your brain trying to remember how to play the tune. So we need to learn the tunes and learn them well. Skills at playing the whistle, ornamentation, learning to express emotion of the tune, learning the tunes themselves, and then taking all of those things and applying them to how we play tunes. This is the point where you ask yourself, okay, here's this tune. How am I going to express it? You know, you watch the professionals, the advanced players, they don't all imitate each other. They play their version of the tune. My version of a tune's not going to be your version of the tune. And that's why I never dictate to us how I think you should play a tune. And it's why I spend as much time sharing with you how I'm practicing it and how I'm experimenting with it rather than how I play it. So, how do you play this tune? But you can't answer that well until your skills are growing, your ornaments exist in your abilities, and you are able to express the tune, and you know the tune well enough that all of that comes together in your playing the tune. So we take all of these skills and we express them through a tune. And you know there are times when you don't even have to play a tune. You just sit with your whistle and you start expressing how you're feeling. You might be ecstatic in the moment. Well, sit down and play with delight. You might be reflective or thoughtful today. Sit down and express that with your whistle. And if those other skills are being developed, you'll be amazed at how much you can take your instrument and express what you're feeling. And you can do that as you play a tune. Work on your skills as a musician in playing. Work on your ornaments. Work on your expression. Work on your tunes. And then take all of that you're growing in and apply it to a tune. Now, I have intentionally not yet actually added our ability to understand the music behind it, because I don't want to saddle us with that, because it's possible to do all these other things really well and never read a note of music. Now, I think reading music helps, but I intentionally didn't throw it in the list. But the basic skills of playing include understanding the nature of certain types of tunes, like the difference between a polka and a waltz and a jig and a reel. Those are things we need to learn, but you learn that at the tune level, basically. So take all these different things that you're growing in, grow in them, focus on them, pour them into your playing a tune, and you will find that you are becoming better and better and better at being able to express the emotion behind a tune. Until next time, my friends, this is Scott Shade. Happy growing in whistling.